game, play for it, man. You the owner of the party. Alright, my game is on, JT. About to play mine, get mine out the way. Hopefully, I'm away. Mhm. Here we go.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Jalen Wright. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Panthers and the Raiders, and it comes
as the sun starts to set. We're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you got quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Alright. Here we go.
Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. One, we'll get the
Here we go,
turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. Kadarius Toney now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out
playing
the
Jordan
Raiders
Love?
for their first possession.
No, this
Bringing them out,
always
someone who wowed
irritating
last year in his first
This
chance as a
nigga's
starter,
so
Jordan
fucking
Love.
accurate all the time. Look,
Even
he's
he mentioned
44
it
and
to us.
50
There
in the
hasn't
first
been much
2 games.
celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the
He only
win,
missed 6
enjoying
passes
some
the
time
whole
to relax.
fucking
He was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Love gonna air this out to start. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
All right, y'all, let's go.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. The first carry here for Tony
There you go.
Pollard.
Get him,
And the
Jacobs.
defense gets there to force a small loss.
Get him, Jacobs.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Throwing his love on 3rd.
I knew you was going to do it. I knew you was going to do it. I don't know why the game didn't put you back where you're supposed to go.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's good to kill him.
We'll get a timeout now as they head out for an injured player. And not someone they want to see hurting. Tony Pollard, the one in need of some attention.
You had to get hit.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Slot man motioned over. Love from the gun. That one's on the mark. To Tony Myers.
There you go.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A give right side, here's Bigsby.
Yep.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Nice work.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
There you go.
And once again,
There you
he
go,
doesn't
Jake.
manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun now for Love. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Matt Prater on for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're brought out by a rookie known for his incredible arm strength. It's the 6th-rounder from Tennessee, Joe Milton.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Right, JT,
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
I can hear you. I'm trying to read if this cover 3 or cover 1.
To throw, Milton.
Back.
Taken in by Luke Musgrave.
Let's go, Musgrave.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Big zone. There's got to be a zone.
They go play action here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. And there's
God,
a man
Walker.
there. It's intercepted.
This nigga Walker just...
And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They run it again with Bigsby. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. Takes the handoff, now Love. Completes beyond Walker. And he's brought down right in the middle of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Love out of the shotgun. He gets this one to Nakua. And And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas first down. Here's Long. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Matt Prater for the point after try.
Y'all gonna fight? Y'all just gonna let them beat our ass.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders go up 10-zip here in the first. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And I know it's early, Brock, but you can almost feel that they need some points to keep this lead from getting out of control and build up their confidence as well after drive number 1 ended in that interception.
Yeah, totally co-sign that, Kate. Every bit of it. It's an early deficit, but there's still a whole lot of game left. You don't need to make up for it right away. You just need to start to see those chains moving.
Why would the TV be on and you're not in there?
First and 10 now from the 30.
But y'all pay a bill, I guess.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. On target to Musgrave. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's a give for Wright. And he works his way for a gain of 4. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention.
Yeah, do we got
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Golly. I just got over.
Right
I just got him. Like,
gets it forward for a gain of 3. Netton stopped by Alex Highsmith.
He just got hurt very quick. On
They
the
got
block.
some positive yards.
He just blocked.
That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is
All he did is block.
hard to pile together, get first downs.
I don't care. I don't even know where your
defense is in this league.
They run again with Wright. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a gain of 4.
High alert.
And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Milton, headed out right. He can run it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Oh, good job.
Handoff headed left to McCaffrey.
Good job.
And they take it across the goal
McCaffrey,
line for a
brother,
Carolina
is a savior.
The Panthers reach pay dirt for the first time this
It ain't
game.
nothing that he don't do.
Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call. And what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
All right, y'all. We
PAT.
still got to come back.
And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game.
We still lose. It's not changing that. We are losing this game.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Tony now to return it. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
Not just to have that game. I know that's what you think you about to have. Just this
They're out and set.
Game.
1st and 10.
Right.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And finally they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one.
There we go.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we'll get a
How he
stoppage
hurt?
for an injured player.
Oh,
They had out to check on, looks like an injured Panther.
Everybody dropping like flies. Hey. Y'all dropping like flies.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's running for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured
everybody
Raider.
getting hurt too much now. Man, this is ridiculous. I turned it down.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Like this, now they just falling like flies.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And he gets
All
his
right,
offense
damn.
forward to the
77
44-yard
just
line.
got hurt. Everybody just falling. Like,
Stop made that time
like,
by
okay,
the
I
rookie from
understand
Florida
injuries.
State.
And they all
It
high.
doesn't matter 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. He's got Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They give up the gut to Bigsby. Jukes one defender. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Oh, he tired too. Yeah, give me a break.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Again, it's Bigsby. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Able to find Nakua here. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for Raiders 1st.
You said what?
His pass caught by Nakua. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Love. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Carry here for Bigsby. Runs it in for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Prater able to tack on the extra point. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Carolina offense headed out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here's Milton.
Oh, fucking God.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down.
Shit,
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. Diving right side, got it.
That is all-out effort to make the catch, putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception and some more targets in the immediate future.
To the air, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're already on a modest little winning streak here. Currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Going with Bigsby here.
Look at this shit.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Niggas beating you out to fucking death.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll run this with Bigsby. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is Bigsby. And this is only a short gain. He's stopped down at the 33. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Here's Love to throw. Has it down close. He has the touchdown. No doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route.
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away.
Ball. We can't catch. We can't do nothing.
He fields it from the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Third, you ain't doing shit.
The Panthers set to take the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it.
One dude, and y'all saying that just the trajectory of the team died.
First and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Here's Milton.
Look at this. You can't hold on to that.
Great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up second down. Milton now.
He followed.
Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You got to do something.
Give him 24 on that play.
You got a loss.
And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Throwing now, Milton. That's brought in.
I was going to say, you going to drop that too?
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5.
Y'all starting to make me feel like we going to drop every ball we catch.
All right, here we go. Second down. From the 37. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Now Milton to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They're running the option, short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Trying to work quickly now.
Hey, where the hell are you going? Okay.
To throw, Milton. He's got it.
Just like
touchdown, Carolina. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
He's throwing for it. From the pocket.
Break that tackle, bro.
Down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Tony now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Raiders returning their offense and this running back to the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First and 10 now from the 30. Love from the gun. That's brought in by Jennings. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders with a chance to add to their lead. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a third down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now. An offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. That's good for 6 yards, but it sets up fourth down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Throwing from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Running back sent in motion. Milton back to throw.
There we go.
Into the hands of Walker.
Go Walker. Go Walker. Go Walker.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Taz Walker touchdown.
We ain't giving up yet.
I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
2024.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Tony now to return it. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. The Raiders, still receiver Puka Nacua, back out to take possession. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the Saints who come away with the victory at home. Jonathan Taylor, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Alec Pierce, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. Alvin Kamara a touchdown run in the victory. It was an excellent first half from quarterback Jordan Love. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right,
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter.
24-20.
First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second
I had
half.
to change
We're
the
underway.
defense. It's like they knew what defense I was.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panthers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now.
Nah, I can't.
And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the
I'm
highlights
already
right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this
my
offense.
People ain't blocking worth a motherfucker. Getting out there like they so goddamn tired. No, I don't mean like that, like
They'll
change
get
my
this
team.
drive
I'm
started.
talking about
First
in
and
this
10.
game. Maybe I need passing more, or right.
Running behind center with right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new
This
set of
nigga
downs.
Wright was like, man, fuck all that. I got it.
Second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Bails out of the pocket quick.
How did you not go up the? Okay, I
And he'll
didn't
head out
play
of
with
bounds after a short gain.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Now a run with right. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang
I
on
called
to
it.
the contact. No look on his first look of the game.
It was a cover.
So it'll be second down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL game. Before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
This is right, running left. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They send a tight end in motion. Carter up the middle. And he'll have it
That
down
should
to
have
the
been first
44-yard line. Offense in the hurry up now. Back to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Now an inside gift to Carter. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Brought down by Charles Omenahu on the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. Carter again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Rolling out to his left. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A give left side to Carter. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's a give inside to Wright. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take the lead right away in half number 2. Jalen Wright with a touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Bullock able to tack on the point after. And the Panthers push their lead to 3. Bullock now to kick this one away. Tony now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Raiders have their offense back out there. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff here for Bigsby.
Are you telling me Bigsby broke all that?
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Your juice is back.
To the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Got yourself together.
Shotgun now for Love.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it, because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Love now. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming
Switched up that defense, JT.
Can't cover it
Shit
much
done
better than
changed.
that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play.
I said I
just
switched up
simply
the
was not a
defense.
window
Shit
for
done
him to
changed.
sneak
It's like
that
they
throw
knew
in.
what defense I
The
was going to
Raiders
come out
bringing
here.
out
They
the
was ready.
punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He's got this at the 27. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Panthers, center running back Jalen Wright getting set to begin another drive. And as they get started, we get to see some of the first-year players who've taken this league by storm and are leading our race for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Hand off, running left, right. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Dax Hill up for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 34. He rolls to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side.
Why the hell
Trying
did
to
this
push one through there.
Get out.
And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Good job. But that's not a first?
Short the marker, maybe a
Kiss
yard
my
away.
ass, man.
He'll throw it. Vacates quickly left side. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play.
That's crazy because that tight end
Fourth
is
down
on the
call
sideline.
ends in a defensive highlight as he picks off the throw
that tight end.
and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it. Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him.
Got him deep behind
Oh,
the
beautiful.
line. The ball is
Oh,
out.
beautiful.
Panthers
He
pick
took
this
that
one
bitch,
up.
JT.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it.
You
to
seen
the
that shit,
27.
JT? That's what I'm talking about. Boy, that nigga just earned him a start.
First down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know
94
what?
just
Throw it
earned him
all
a
away.
start.
None of it matters now if you can't hang
That
on
shit
to the
out of it.
doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. Here's a give for Wright. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. So we're through 3 here. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter.
Gotta grind that defense out. Shit, that was beating my ass.
Second and 3 now. Here's Milton. Wiley hauls it in. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Milton. He's on the move. And they take this in for the score. The Panthers grow their lead off the turnover. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a
Boy,
necessary
do you
tool
see that?
in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You could
Boy,
just do
first
the job
half,
and stay in
it
the
either
pocket.
gonna
Not
go back and
anymore.
forth
You
or
gotta
we
be
gonna
an
get our
artist.
ass
And you got to be an artist that can create when things break
No,
down.
what goes
And that's
on?
big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
It's like
That one splits
third,
the
fourth
uprights.
quarter is like, oh,
And the
bro, we
Panthers
better
make it a
step up.
10-point
Coach
ball
gonna get
game.
you seen he just shipped a good player off. And he ain't even do nothing.
Bullock now to kick this one away.
He been catching and doing this. What he do? I don't know. Coach
Tony
say he
now to
don't
return
fit.
it.
He don't fit. He don't fit. That nigga go
Stopped
get
on the
rid of
return
you
at the
quick.
27. The Vegas offense getting set for another
All right,
drive
Vegas.
now. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they
There you
go
go,
with
Fitz.
Bigsby. And the
This is
defense
good.
gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Love on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He gets this one to Nakua. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Love now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing, Love. That's Bigsby. He's got it.
Oh, shit.
He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down. His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
This return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Panthers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First and 10 now from the 30.
And then the shirt says is what rolls it off the tongue. Man. I wasn't expecting that to be the
They're going play action. Buying some time left. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. We send a man in motion. Second and 10 now. Flush down out to his left. And he can escape no longer. They roll over.
Had a lot of
and that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Now I'm put them back on the game.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buying some time right. They did it. He made the interception. Picked up by Dixon.
Look, and he bouncing off big guys.
Fuck, man.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down target. Right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risks because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. From the 29. He's got Andrew. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. From the red zone now. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Give up the gut to Bigsby. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Again, it's Bigsby.
Hit him.
And that hit stops him in his
Problem.
tracks.
Why are you not hitting?
No gain on the play, and now it's 4th and long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate.
I
almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
Why didn't you knock his fucking skull?
Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. From the left hash, 34 yards away. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Right again. And it's barely anything on that run, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. Third down, 1 yard to go. And run again with right.
I need you to break that fucking tackle.
Marker, maybe a yard away. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
Yeah, I'm depending on y'all.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Wright's running out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Headed out right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Like so many of the league's quarterbacks know how to do, this guy has really taken over much of this game, and it's been his dual threat ability that served as the catalyst for that.
And let's give him a lot of credit here, Kate, because he's the one who recognized there'd be opportunities aplenty to hit this defense with his legs. He's picked the right moments, picked his spots, and that stat line's benefited.
Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Looking to throw.
Oh, fucking God. Hurry up and spin the fucking spin.
They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. He'll look to throw it. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
A 50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on fourth. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big
What?
Field. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You seen that?
So it's the Panthers.
Yeah, he caught
take
it.
This one on the road.
He fucking caught
And
that.
there was no easy enough. It took some
But my dudes was there, but the other dude chose to run back. Like, oh, you got it, you'll pick it.
Finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.